Well, at this hour, things are barely moving on just about every street that you see in your television. East Baltimore, Pratt, 83, it's all on a standstill right now because of a 5-alarm fire in downtown Baltimore. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jamie Costello with your 6 o'clock news here tonight. The block is on fire. This is the home of Blaze Star, Pollock Johnny's, the Gaiety. It's all covered in smoke, thick black smoke. Seen since about 4 o'clock this afternoon. It's been hanging with us ever since. We had to shut down the Board of Elections, get people out of that building. Even the fire department headquarters had to be evacuated. Let's get right to the scene right now. ABC 2 News' Brian Kubler live on the scene with the very latest. Brian.
Hey, Jamie, things have calmed down here considerably. The scene not nearly as chaotic as it was early this afternoon, where you're right, there was a thick black cloud of smoke that just covered downtown. Witnesses telling us they couldn't even see in front of them. Let's show you some of that video from earlier this afternoon. This was a 5-alarm fire. It started at 404 East Baltimore Street. They had to evacuate 2 buildings, the MECU building and then the building that houses the election commissions. There were no injuries to occupants in these buildings or firefighters that were fighting it. There were 50 pieces of equipment on this fire, as it was a 5-alarm fire. Streets remain blocked off at this hour. East Baltimore, East Fayette, all at a standstill right now. Witnesses tell us, like I said earlier, they couldn't even see downtown. It was a very chaotic scene down here. Although it's calmed down now, the fire department says they will be here all night. We just got a briefing from the mayor and Chief Jim Clack. Let's hear what they had to say now.
At this point, we believe we have the fire pretty much knocked down. We do still have a little fire in the 404 and 406 buildings. We're putting water in from the outside, and at some point we'll go in and finish the job. We're going to be here all night. We're going to have several streets downtown that will be closed for several hours.
As the chief said, we're going to be here all night because this is a tremendous fire, and it's more than just the fire that causes the damage. There was a lot of water that was used in order to create a sheet, so that fire didn't spread and get to any other building. So we have to make sure that no water damage was done and no smoke damage was done.
And there will be some damage to these buildings here. You can see that's a live picture now. There's a lighter smoke coming out of the building as firefighters are going to be camped here all night to make sure the wind does not kick up any more fire throughout the evening. Now, we wanted to mention that the War Memorial is set up for a shelter, a temporary shelter for folks that had to be evacuated fairly quickly and had to leave personal belongings and keys behind and that kind of thing. But as things begin to settle down, those people will be able to let back in the buildings and get their personal belongings and get on home here. But this was a very chaotic scene this afternoon. There was just thick black smoke just covering, blanketing downtown. Obviously, it is much calmer now, but it was definitely a chaotic scene earlier this afternoon. Jamie?
All right, Brian.